Welcome into LCA Knight Field here in Lafayette, Louisiana for a cracker of a USL 2 matchup tonight. Tonight, Louisiana Krewe FC welcomes in the Little Rock Rangers for an early season test. This is going to be a much anticipated matchup here early in the season. Both of these clubs looking to see where they stand in the Mid-South Conference in 2024. Currently, Louisiana Krewe FC sits atop the conference with 3 points, matching Little Rock Rangers 3 points, but the Krewe does have a goal difference, one goal in the goal difference arena, a lead on the Rangers. But this is going to be a very, very tough game, I think, for both of these clubs. Got a little bit of history here, and we look forward to a good match tonight. This is Wade Wallace with Coach Daniel Underwood here to give you the play-by-play and a little bit of color on the night. I can let you know that it's about 85 degrees here in Lafayette, Louisiana here for this matchup. We've had about 48 hours of heavy rains, lots of storms moving through the area, but a beautiful night for soccer tonight, Coach.
Yeah, like you said, a beautiful night here at Knight Field in Lafayette. We're anticipating. I believe this is two of the, everybody's telling me this is two of the best teams in the conference. They're going to face off this season. This is the first of what I'm being told is 3 matchups this season. So, the Krewe last weekend took care of business against Blue Goose out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Before the match, I asked Coach, what were some things he felt his team needed to work on this week in practice. And he said they needed to be prepared to build up play against the high press. Little Rock's going to look to press them. They're a very energetic squad, he said. So they also worked on playing the way they face, especially getting that third play run involved, and finding their wings and connecting a few passes. So yeah, Coach obviously has his squad prepared to face off Little Rock tonight. Little Rock had a good run in the playoffs last season, and apparently they had a lot of turnover on the roster even. We're getting away from our Krewe official here. Tyler Mitchum's going to, I don't know where he's at he's going to be the 4th official tonight, giving us a little wave here before the game. But yeah, they have, let's see, some players to look out for tonight. It's going to be Ethan Blake for Little Rock, number 3. He's a forward. He played on the left wing last game. He's really quick and aggressive. Also be on the lookout for Little Rock's number 9. Number 9, Nacho Diaz from Spain. He played for the U20 Spanish national team. He's very talented. Again, that's number 9 for Little Rock. And then a guy some people from Louisiana might know, number 16, Ethan Garvey from New Orleans, Louisiana. He's another player that Little Rock's gonna, should make a difference here for Little Rock tonight. For the Krewe, we got a player making his debut this evening. Hopefully I don't butcher this name here. Yannis Lalin, a French Spaniard, who plays Division I soccer at JMU, and we're hearing he is the real deal. So we're looking forward to seeing Yannis on the field tonight. Yannis is, let's see what number he is. He's going to be wearing the number 3 jersey tonight. So for all you Krewe fans listening in, number 3 for the Krewe is a player to watch. And then, some players who I felt from our last game were difference makers. I really like the activity of Carrasco, our midfielder number 5. He did a great job in the midfield for us. I think that's an area I'm looking forward to watching on the pitch tonight. I believe the midfield is going to be the key to this matchup. Who can kind of control the flow, control possession, and it's going to be, the game's going to be determined tonight in the middle of the field. So Carrasco is going to have a good game for us. Fellini, he's another one of that midfield trio that's going to have to play well. And I think Quezzy's going to have to be that leader. He has that experience, our center forward. He'll probably be instrumental in building play. I imagine he'll play more of a false nine this evening in our 4-3-3 matchup. But, yeah, great game here tonight. Looking forward to it. We'll get you starting lineups here in a little bit. We're going to let the pregame festivities take place here.
Yeah, thank you, Coach. I know Kwesi Weston is no real mystery to most of these clubs. He's the all-time leading goal scorer in the Gulf Coast Premier League. He's a Trinidad and Tobago international, called up last year into camp with the national team of Trinidad and Tobago. The only amateur level player that called into that camp. But when you see him play, he's far from amateur. I know he's got a lot of experience over in Greece, playing professionally at different levels. He's always the danger man up top, very physical. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Little Rock Rangers handle Kwesi tonight. But there's been a little turnover in both of these rosters from last season, so I'm excited to see the game, excited to see some of these new players that have come in for both Little Rock and the Krewe. And we are just a few minutes here from kickoff. We do have with the Krewe a couple of injuries. Alfie Conte, the Spanish player who spent time at FC Barcelona for many years, grew up training and playing with the likes of Lionel Messi, people you might know of. He is injured tonight, so he's out of action. We also have Juan Baraz, who is recovering from a strain. I believe he's got a bit of a muscle strain he's dealing with now. So Coach Joan Oliva has made those changes for those injured players. And we're just a few minutes away from kickoff. But get settled in. I think we're going to have an exciting night. Like I say, the weather is perfect. The sun's still up here, high in the sky, retreating a bit, but we've got a steady stream of people coming into the stadium. I think we're going to have a good crowd tonight, very good atmosphere. Like I say, the temperature is beginning to drop a little bit, and so we hope that the players have the conditions they need to perform very well tonight. We're all excited for this matchup. And we want to welcome in especially those people on the stream, those folks watching in Little Rock, Arkansas. Welcome to the game tonight. I know this is like I say, much anticipated matchup, and right now the players are heading off to the locker room for their final instructions from their coaches. And we've got some of the youngsters that are going to help with the walkout, and that's coming up here momentarily. So sit back, get ready for an entertaining match of USL 2 action here tonight from Lafayette, Louisiana. We'll be right back with you here with kickoff in about 5 minutes.
Little Rock Rangers versus your LA Crew FC. The starting lineups for tonight. For the Little Rock Rangers, number 1 in goal, Javier Piedra. Number 2, Dom Brudabach. Number 5, Jacob Schnitzler. Number 8, Drew Harden. Number 9, Nacho Diaz. Number 10, Nyasha Dube. Number 15, Carlos Beltran. 16, Ethan Garvey. 17, Rowan Loffer. 23, Ryan Roussel. 44, Carmen McConnell. Now for your crew, in goal, number 1, Max Hickey. Number 4, Rafael Gonzalez. Number 3, Giannis Laling. Number 5, Gonzalo Carrasco. Number 6, Matthias Fellini. Number 7, Axel Lagercia. Number 8, Paul Mirror. Number 19, Caio Teixeira. Number 20, Iago Rodriguez. Number 25, G. Santos. And number 50, Krewe Weston. Led by our coach, Kuzwan Oliva. The referees for tonight, the center ref, Jalen Gray, AR1, Blake Besson, AR2, Dylan Butter, and the fourth official, Tyler Mitchell. Tonight, one of our crew supporters with Paulo Loco is celebrating a birthday today. I'd like to wish a very happy birthday to Morrison Dunbar.
So just minutes away from kickoff here. As you probably heard from the PA announcer, our center referee tonight is Jalen Gray, AR1 Blake Besson, AR2 Dylan Butter, and our fourth official tonight is Tyler Mitchell.
Okay, crew fans. Also, check out the Miles Perret raffle behind the goal. Tickets are $20, and there'll be a crew jerseys won this week, and then a grand prize of $10,000, a switch, and many other prizes won later in June. Tickets will be on sale until the end of halftime. And please keep in mind, all of the proceeds go to the Miles Perret Cancer Center.
Kwesi Weston, the striker for LA Crew, stands over the ball, number 50, getting ready to get us on the way. And away we go. So I imagine these first few minutes, both these clubs are going to be feeling each other out a little bit here. Like I say, and like Coach Underwood mentioned in pregame, there has been a little movement on both of these rosters. Crew with the ball in midfield to Weston. And a whistle for an infraction. It's going to be a LA Crew restart here near midfield. Throw-in for Krewe at the near sideline here. Looking for Palmer. Carrasco on the ball. Deflection off of Weston. A frantic first couple of minutes here in the match. Krewe has been in possession of the ball. Looking for a opening here through these passing lanes to get at the Ranger defense. And that ball put across there by Gonzalez. Rafa Gonzalez puts the ball across, whistled for offsides. It's going to be a Rangers restart. And this is Javier Piedra, the netminder here, the keeper for Rangers. Looking to play the ball out wide. Little Rock on the ball. Played out to number 2 for the Rangers. That is Dom Breidenbach out of Memphis University. Now we have a Krewe restart on the throw-in here on the near touch line. Once again, another Krewe throw-in here. Both clubs looking to settle down here a little bit. Searching ball sent over the top. And that is Piedra comes out to claim it for Rangers. Playing it out to the big center back, Ethan Garvey. Back out to the flank for the Rangers. This is Breidenbach, and he takes some contact there. He takes some tough contact there by Paul Muir. The Spaniard goes shoulder to shoulder is kind of what I saw. I don't know, Coach. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he just got there a second too late. Ended up tackling him from behind. Unfortunately, and here you are with Little Rock Rangers with a set piece before the game. This is something that Coach Juan mentioned they were very good at. So let's see what they kind of set up here. They got the big, tall center back forward, flicks it into the box. Cleared away by number 4 for Krewe. Yeah, so both teams tonight look to be set up in a 4-3-3. So expect a fun game because that essentially means player for player all around the field. Everybody's should be matched up fairly well. Again, I think it goes back to what we discussed before the game. Midfield is going to be critical tonight for both sides. Another set piece for Little Rock here. As you can see, everybody's stacked in front of goal. I love this set piece. It's going to cause chaos. Put the ball in the mix. Oof. Ball still in. And we have a throw in for Krewe. So good job by the Krewe there. They were well prepared for these set pieces, cleared it out. Like the fact that our player cleared out to a sideline away from goal. Well done, Krewe.
So, yeah, this throw-in deep in Krewe territory on the near touch line. Ball put in the air. Weston on the ball for Krewe. It's turned over, and there's going to be an infraction. Our center, Jalen Gray, is going to award a set piece here for Little Rock Rangers. This is Breidenbach out of Memphis, who's going to be charged with taking the set piece. He's getting a few instructions from his teammate. That is Filippo Fazzi. Ball sent in. Kwesi Weston actually defending there. Good job by Weston to get back on defense. He's kind of all over the field right now. Yeah, it seems like they are like Coach Underwood mentioned, we've got a matchup pretty much player for player here on the pitch. And an attempt by 10, that is Nyasha Dube out of Zimbabwe for Little Rock Rangers. Tries to take a quick shot on goal, and it's going to be a L.A. Krewe goal kick. Max Hinkle, the German keeper for Krewe, playing the pass out. Going to build out of the back. In traffic and a turnover. Rangers, this is number 20 once again. This is Fozzie on the ball, being defended by number 19 for the Krewe. That is going to be Kaio Tacheto. Tacheto is out of Xavier in New Orleans.
So again, something interesting to keep an eye out here for is you see Little Rock is playing a controlled press. They're actually setting a pressing trap as Krewe builds out the back. And what that means essentially is they're clogging up all the passing lanes that Krewe wants to build out of. So they have to remain patient, building forward, and they've done a great job of that. Oh, unfortunately, turnover. And so that goes to show you the chess match that is going to take place this evening. Again, Little Rock with a little sitting off on letting Krewe take an easy possession out of the back and then force them to a sideline. So Krewe's really going to have to work hard to kind of break down the Rangers tonight. Again, on set pieces, it appears Krewe is following their most dangerous player. That was the reason he was all the way back on that set piece. So again, a great matchup of two teams that appear to know each other really well. And who's going to crack the game open here with the first goal? Great little diagonal ball to number 3. Again, 3 is the player we talked about before the match, just making his debut tonight for the Krewe, Giannis Lalin. He appears to be playing as a right back. Quick restart of possession here by the Krewe. Going to switch the point of attack. Penetrating pass in the middle of the field. Prodding and poking. Loss of possession, and all of a sudden the Rangers are on the counter. Good. Nice turnover there for the Krewe.
Yep, we're in the early moments of the game, and of course, as Coach Underwood talked about, both of these teams it looks like the passing lanes are being shut down. There's a real battle going on in the midfield. I think that's going to be very important, the midfield play in this match for sure. It's going to be a war out there. And both teams having good spells of possession going both ways. Very equally, I believe the match is being very equally played right now. Time of possession is probably pretty close to about 50-50, I would imagine. And we're going to have a restart with a Little Rock Rangers throw on the far touchline, deep in their own territory. This is Fellini for the Krewe. He was looking for Paul Muir, who's got the armband tonight. And that was a high boot, I believe, by Mateus Fellini. And he caught number 10 for Little Rock, and that is Nyasha Dube from Zimbabwe. So we're going to have a Little Rock restart. This is, I believe, Ethan Garvey standing over that restart for the Rangers. And a ball put into the air on the far flank, and yeah.
interesting here. Number 2 for Little Rock. Their left back is going to the right side of the field to take this throw in. So anytime you see that happening, I would imagine we're going to see a very long throw in into the box. We see number 15 up the field. It's number 16, the 2 tallest players for Little Rock. One's actually going to stand on the keeper, so folks, stay tuned. This is going to be fun to watch. Well done. Clearance by the Krewe. Oh, and a foul. Well done, referee. Yes, and I would imagine the yellow came out there because he did stop a counterattacking play for the Krewe. Yeah, we're waiting for him to turn his back to us to get his number. But yeah, I mean, that 47 for Little Rock. If you're a Little Rock fan, you're probably saying it's a little harsh, but he did stop a counterattacking play, which is why the referee showed a yellow. We're going to get an advantage here for Little Rock. An opportunity for Krewe to counter. They look to play back, keep possession. Number 9 almost with a little tip there. And again, now Little Rock getting back in their shape. And so we talked about, folks, that 4-3-3. Both teams playing that. That's a very possession-oriented style of play. And it's critical off-the-ball movement. Both teams are going to look to try to get down into the half spaces, in between the lines to kind of receive the pass and play another player who's moving into space. But Little Rock is attempting to occupy those half spaces with their shape, dropping off, compacting space, making it difficult for the Krewe to possess. However, if they remain patient, some things should open up for them here.
So we're going to have a Krewe throw-in on the far sideline just in Little Rock Rangers territory. And looking for the newcomer, number 3, to receive the ball. This is Yanis Leyland out of JMU in Virginia. Back to Fellini. They're going to play back to Max Hinkle, the German keeper for Krewe. And he's going to look for the newcomer from JMU. Nice play between Fellini and the newcomer, Yanis Leyland. Here's number 5 for the Krewe. This is Carrasco. Very well done by Carrasco. And the Krewe constantly switching the ball, looking for those openings through this Little Rock Rangers midfield and defense. It looks like there is an over-the-top ball sent to Paul Muir. Paul Muir is able to save that and keep it in play. Looking for Kwesi Weston. Here's Axel Aguircia. Carrasco tries to let loose and didn't quite get a hold of it there, and the keeper for Little Rock will claim the ball. This is Piedra with the ball for the Rangers.
So, yeah, folks, right there, if you're a Krewe fan, that's what you want to see. Again, they remain patient, not looking to force anything, and then when a passing lane or a channel into space becomes available, they attack. Here they regain possession on a counter. Can we get something on goal? Ooh, look to slide it across the face of goal, number 7, Axel Aguircia. So here's our first set piece of the game. And in a game such as tonight where both teams seem evenly matched, these set pieces are going to be critical for both teams. So let's see what the Krewe has in store for us here.
Yeah, Axel Aguircia is a Louisiana product. He played on the reserve team most of last season, broke into the first team, and he's been a key, pivotal. Oh, nice ball in, but Piedra claims that, does a good job claiming the ball for the Rangers. But, yeah, Axel Aguircia is a Louisiana product, and like I said, he played most of last season on the reserve side. The reserve side for the Krewe did play today in Gulf Coast Premier League action and got a 1-0 win over GAFA out of Jackson, Mississippi. but he's really made an impact here with the first team so far early in the season. Here's the Rangers attacking, looking down the left flank. And just a battle going on in the midfield here. There's no time on the ball in the midfield. It's get the ball, pass the ball. You've got about a second of time. And Little Rock sees a little bit of an opening here, looking to unlock the Krewe defense. And that's going to be a Little Rock Rangers corner kick that came off of number 3 for the Krewe. That is came off of the newcomer Leyland out of JMU. So we're going to have a Little Rock Rangers corner here.
There you go, folks. See the center backs. So 16 and 25. Ethan Garvey, Padilla for Little Rock. Probably going to be an in-swinger, looking to put it on right on the goalkeeper. Again, we have this big old stack in front of him, so it's hard to see things. There's the in-swinger. Ooh. It's a great service. Goes out for a Krewe goal kick. So again, as I mentioned, set pieces are going to be critical for both teams tonight. Obviously, the coaching staffs know that about one another. They came prepared with a game plan. So here we are again, Krewe looking to build out the back. Patience. Nothing's there. We're just going to look to swing it. Great communication for number 6 for the Krewe. Fellini telling the forwards and outside backs my coaches used to tell me, get some paint on their boots. They want their heels on the sideline, stretching this field, making it as wide as possible. Trying to create a little bit of room, and here we go, folks. Krewe, little bounce before the service. So again, that 4-3-3 space becomes prime real estate. So your outside wingers, outside defenders are going to look to get wide anytime we're in possession. Stretch this thing sideline to sideline, top to bottom, creating those little pockets of space for the midfield and number 50, Krewe, to kind of look to drop down and find little pockets, receive the ball. They're going to try and receive the ball to their back foot. Little Rock looking to do much of the same here. Number 2 wide on the left. Now he's looking to get inside the 18, and yes, unfortunately, that is a foul, sir. So here we are again. Little Rock with a free kick. Yep, about 20 out. It's a very dangerous position. And we see again, here we go. 25-16 walking themselves up the field. So I do like the fact to see Krewe holding a high line. So we're going to drop about 10 yards off. Looks like they're going to be right at the penalty marker, holding a line. It's going to be real critical. The reason for this is it's important to hold that high line so that the keeper, if he needs to come off his line, he has space to do so. But it's also important that they track their runners here. When he tries to go over the wall, outside, probably about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, he tried to go near post on that. He tried to catch Max Hinkle snoozing there, but no such luck. We do have Bria is facing Blue Goose tonight in Shreveport. I think this is the first match of the season for Mississippi Bria. They usually are a tough club. They are always in the hunt for the conference championship, and we'll keep an eye and we'll update you if we get updates on that match. Currently, it's a LA Krewe restart here on the near touch line. Playing back to Hinkle. And the chess match continues in this USL 2 match tonight here at LCA Knight Field in Lafayette, Louisiana. Here is Quessy Weston on the ball for the Krewe. And he's gonna try to put a shot on goal. Doesn't get quite a hold of it. And once again, that is Piedra for the Rangers. Pretty comfortable save. They're going back out to, they like to play a lot here through number 2. That is Breedbach, I believe. Breedenbach. And now we're going to have an infraction against the Krewe, and it's going to be a Rangers restart here on the near touchline. I believe that was Carrasco called for the infraction for the Krewe. Breedenbach looking for his teammate up top. Able to recollect the ball for Rangers. Very physical between Carrasco and number 24 for the Little Rock Rangers. That is Jamie Wynn out of Dublin, Ireland. He currently plays at his college ball at William Carey. And here is 19 on the ball for the Krewe. This is Krewe Tacheto from Brazil. Dangerous ball put over the top. Max Hinkle able to claim that for Krewe. Restart. They're going to play out of the back here. And number 19 for the Krewe. This is Krewe Tacheto out of Brazil on the ball currently. He's asking for the ball. He's wanting to be involved. And very physical play. That is Breidenbach claiming he got the ball. The ball is still being played even though our center official had the whistle in his mouth. Play continues. And it looks like a quick restart. Back the other way towards Quessy Weston. Uses his head on Paul Muir. Paul Muir is free on goal. Oh! And blocked. Critical block by, I'm trying to see a number there, but the big center back for Little Rock, that was a critical block because I think that ball was heading towards the goal for sure. And he really got a hold of it.
Yeah, I think those are the critical moments of the game there, folks, where there's a little bit of chaos. You know, Krewe thought there should have been a foul. I thought it was a great tackle from our view. We're obviously sitting a little high. Krewe argued. All of a sudden, Little Rock tries to counter. There's a foul. They try to restart play real quick. Krewe regains possession, looks to counter. And I think those are the moments of the match where you might see some breakdowns and some mistakes made. This is going to be a chess match. I mentioned before the game, these teams are probably going to see each other 3 times this season. So this is the first of 3 matchups. By all, you know, everybody's saying these are probably the 2 best teams in this division. And so it is a bit of a chess match tonight, especially here. We're halfway through, a little over halfway through. We got about 19 minutes left. And it has been a chess match. Neither team has really had any breakdowns. So it's a very entertaining game, to be honest with you. Ball's been on the ground. Ball's been moving player to player for both teams. Neither team has really been able to assert their dominance on the other. So an evenly played game, even though I would say statistically Krewe had the better of possession time-wise. However, opportunities for attack or on goal have been fairly even from both teams. So again, it's going to be about if there's a mistake, if there's a breakdown. I still am loving the activity of number 5 for Krewe, Carrasco. He has been hounding the midfield for the Rangers. He's been all over. Well done by the Krewe. Sort themselves out, keep their shape. Ooh, and a great save by our Krewe goalkeeper, number 1, Max Hinkie.
Yeah, great save from Max, enjoying his first start for the Krewe. Kind of interesting in that little breakdown of play here. Well, we had a little break in play a minute ago, and Mateus Fellini was giving instructions to the newcomer, number 3 for the Krewe. That is the player Giannis Leyland out of JMU. He's brand new, getting his first start, and if you talk to Coach Joan Oliva, for head coach for Louisiana Krewe, he always refers to Mateus Fellini as a metronome in midfield. So obviously it's challenging when you have a player that you haven't really played with, maybe is only trained a couple of sessions before coming in and getting his first start. So Fellini is telling the newcomer from JMU kind of how he wants to play, how he wants to move the ball. So that's very interesting. We have a restart here on the near sideline. That is Carrasco playing the ball across to the Portuguese number 4 for the Krewe. That is Gonzalez. Ball sent across, but Garvey gets his head on the ball for the Rangers. And we're looking at a Krewe corner here coming up. So Ethan Garvey, the big center back for the Rangers, is you try to put those balls over the top, and he's always there to head them away. Getting ready for service here from the far corner. Yep, in-swinging ball. Doesn't fall to a Krewe player, but it looks like Fellini's on the ball. Mateus Fellini wins a throw-in for the Krewe deep in Rangers territory. He's going to leave the ball for a teammate, and this looks like number 3, Giannis Leyland, will take the throw-in to Fellini. Him and Fellini have been interchanging a lot. They're playing together a lot. And like I said earlier in the and an attempt at a bicycle there. That was number 27 for the Krewe. That is Santos out of Portugal. So the Portuguese tries to get on his bike, and now we're having I don't know if there's a card issue.
Yeah, it appeared 27, Guilherme. Oh, they gave it to Axel. Okay. Yeah, it appeared to me there was a foul, and then there was a word or two said by Axel, so I'm not sure if he got that for the foul or he got it for just talking to the referee a little too much. But either way, each team now sitting on a yellow card. Again, the midfield for Krewe has just answered the bell this evening. All 3 of our midfielders I've been really impressed with. The communication, the interchange, and the work they put in so far. 30 minutes into this half has been critical. Oh, there we go. Thank you, referee. He calls it back. I think it's a hot one out there. The whistle might have just slipped a little when he went to bring it up, because we all got a little worried there when there was a delayed whistle. But again, the midfield for Krewe has just, again, been critical to what's taken place. 30 minutes into the game, 0-0. Here's a diagonal ball to 3. See if he can beat his man. We got a 1v1. Oh, out of bounds. So we're going to get a throw in for the Krewe. Both teams still seem to be feeling each other out, but if we can ever get a 1v1 matchup on these wings, I like our chances. shot on goal. Is that Pole? Yeah. Yep, Pole Muir. Just get, and look, you know, I think his coach is going to give him the green light there. He would love to see it on frame, but there's not going to be these beautiful build-ups of play. It's going to take a shot, a deflection, a mistake by either team for that ball to hit the back of the net. So again, if he can get a half inch of space or shooting window, it seems like Paul Muir is going to take a shot this evening. Oh, that's a bad ball. 47's on the run. 47 was the one who had the shot earlier that our keeper had to make a save on. 47, what was his name again? Stefano Campisi. Appears he plays for Gonzaga. Yeah, so 47's a player. He's been very active. He's been, I mean, at this point in the game, that was the most dangerous play by either team, most dangerous opportunity. So again, you see Little Rock just sitting off, compacting space. Paul Muir, our forward winger, dropping all the way into the midfield to receive the pass. We got Giannis wide to the sideline. So we're really trying to create opportunities and space. Switch the point of attack, just poking and prodding, patience in the build-up, and when we get this 1v1, I love it. So we're going to need right here a bit of special. Oh, no referee, unfortunately. But there you go, folks. I said it. 1v1 on the outside. Win that matchup. Who was that for us? Getting up off the ground.
Yeah, that was, let's see, that was Santos, I believe. Yeah, that was Guy Santos, the Portuguese player for the Crew. He blew by his defender. He was going to goal. He took some contact in the box. Jalen Gray, our center ref, was not having it. So we play on. Kind of interesting, we have not seen Junior Duran so far this half. He was not listed as being injured. And the ball played over the top to Kwesi Weston. And the keeper comes out and heads the ball. The ball played back. And what's the call here? Yeah, it looks like there's an infraction being called on Kwesi Weston. He made contact with the Little Rock Rangers keeper. It was one of those nightmare scenarios for a keeper when you're running at the ball and you have Kwesi Weston with a head of speed coming at you. You don't want to see that. But he was very brave. That was Javier Pieda. He went up and took it with his head and took contact from Weston.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a correct call. Going back to the Crew's opportunity in the box, you know, I think as Crew fans, we're all a little, you know, obviously we're a little upset. There was a no call there. However, you know, from a game management perspective, I think the referee made the right call. There was very little contact. He went down. And here we are with Little Rock opportunity in the attacking third for them. Service in the box. It's going to stay in. Two's here. From the left side, he's got a 1v1 with Giannis. Throw in deep. Flick on. Oh, that's a poor clearance. Ball still in. Whew. And that's going to be off of the football uprights. Our boy Max falling backwards to make sure nothing happens. Did a great job. Yeah, Carisco could have that back. He would have cleared a little bit further out, but he did a great job of just covering down, making sure there wasn't a clean line of sight on goal. So, yeah. Got about 8 minutes left, folks. Stay tuned. I think these are from a tactical and coaching perspective, these are the times of the match that we talk about being critical. The first 5 and last 5. Statistically, that's when the majority of goals happen in games. So we're approaching the last 5 here. So stay tuned. It's gonna be entertaining.
Crew on the ball out of the back, working to find some space out there on the flank. This is Weston. Ball to Paul Muir. Back to 6, and Muir on the ball out wide here. He's got 2 players to beat. He plays it back to Eunice and Kwesi Weston on the far post. And that's another thing you don't want to see is Kwesi Weston in the air using his head on the far post. Rangers did a good job of trying to throw him off here at the last minute. But we're going to have a Krewe corner. Louisiana Krewe corner kick upcoming, and it looks like number 7 is going to be taking this service here for the Krewe. That's going to be Axel. This is Axel Agertia, the Louisiana product. In swinger towards the far post. Nobody's there, and the Ranger defender puts it out for another Krewe corner. I think that was number 20 for Little Rock. That was Fazzi out of Florida Tech. So here we have another Krewe corner, and I mean, eventually, I mean, this is a game as Coach Underwood talked about. It's a close game, so you keep getting corner after corner, and that's going to give you some opportunities to put one in the back of the net here. Nice ball in, punched out by the Rangers keeper. It's going to fall out and sent back in, and the Rangers keeper collects that pretty easily, and they're going to play out quickly, and it's going to go to number 6 for the Krewe, and that is Fellini, Mateus Fellini. Krewe attacking down the left flank. Ball played in towards Kwesi Weston. A Ranger defender is able to get his boot on it. Played back into the midfield centrally. And the Krewe ends up with possession once again. It's just it's a battle in that midfield. I'm telling you, it's there's not a second to take a breath as a midfielder in this game. You don't get much time on the ball without pressure. And we've got Paul Muir here for the Krewe on the right flank was calling for the ball, and now Giannis, number 3. He's open, and he's going to receive the ball here on the right flank. Some fancy footwork. He's got 2 players to beat, and a nice ball. A really nice ball put into Paul Muir by Giannis. And Giannis put in a beautiful little flick to Paul Muir. And I bet Paul wishes he had another chance at that.
Yeah, so great job by Krewe. That's exactly how you want to build, play, attack. It appears Giannis is a left-footed player playing on the right side, so he's really looking to cut in when he gets into that attacking third. And you saw there, he cut inside, was able to connect. We had an attacking opportunity. Good. Krewe was able to kind of stall what could have been a counterattacking opportunity for the Little Rock. Oh, an unfortunate. And so what I'm seeing from the Krewe now is the patience and build-up, but they're really looking to isolate their wingers or the outside wings in 2v2s or 1v1s. Anytime it comes to the wide areas, Krewe appears to be getting a great matchup. And vice versa, Little Rock 1v1 with 20. Ooh, I love that. Attacks inside. Is unable to play it across the face of the goal, so cuts it back at an angle towards the penalty marker with a runner crashing. I'm not sure who got the shot off for Little Rock.
Yeah, that was Coach. That was Nacho Diaz out of Spain. Currently plays at Evansville. He did take a crack at goal, but as soon as he made contact, he kind of dropped his head and kind of told you he didn't get a hold of it quite like he'd like to have another chance at that. Krewe restarting out of the back. Fellini to Giannis. Paul Muir, he takes contact, play on, and now a late whistle once again. It's another late whistle, and that's going to be on an infraction on Paul Muir. Restart, and this is Giannis for the Krewe to restart. Back to number 19, and that is Chao Tacheta from Brazil. Ball sprayed over down the left flank here, and it's going to go comfortably back to the Little Rock Rangers keeper. That is Javier Piedra. Taking his time with the restart. Piedra looking to play short. Playing the ball to another one of his big center backs here. Little Rock likes to play in number 2. That's Breidenbach here on the near touch line. And he's going forward looking for the ball. And here is Breidenbach. To 24. Going towards goal. That ball's put across the face of goal. Not able to quite get a shot, and then a shot that's not quite on target. That's number 15. That is Carlos Beltran. He's out of Mexico. Able to get a shot off, but not quite on target. So just a couple of minutes left in this first half, and I think it's been a very evenly played match. Both sides have had their chances both sides have had their chances to score. There's been a couple of really good saves by both keepers. It's just a very entertaining match. Ball played back to Hinkie. And Little Rock's they're pressing high. And the Crew's finding their way out of that press. Here's Giannis on the near side. And that ball is going to be played off of the boot of number 3 for the Krewe, Giannis, and it's going to be a Little Rock Rangers throw in here on the near touchline right at center field.
Ooh, unfortunate. Yeah, Giannis was looking for that pass a little bit earlier, but again, I like the patience out from the build-up from Krewe. Playing a little cat and mouse game there in the back. Fans at home probably held their breath a couple of moments there, and that's going to be a handball, folks. Yes. But that's part of the game. It's something, let me tell you, it's been rehearsed and trained and ingrained into that back line with the goalkeeper. They are comfortable under duress. They want to lure Little Rock to press high so that they can penetrate here. And here we go again. Krewe with an opportunity inside the box. Quick feet. And unfortunately got away from goal kick Little Rock. So we've hit the 45-minute mark. Again, this last 5 minutes has been nothing short of entertaining. I don't know why that is, but as I said earlier, statistically, the last 5, opening 5 and last 5 always tends to be exciting. I would imagine it's because you feel the clock ticking down. You want to press a little. Goal kick, Little Rock. Flick, 47, back. 20, oh. Fortunately for Little Rock, just didn't seem like they clicked. And it was mentioned earlier in the pregame talks, Little Rock has basically had a lot of turnover in their roster, so I'd imagine they're still learning one another. But here we are, halftime, 0-0.
That's halftime. With the score tied 0-0.
So that's halftime, 0-0 here at LCA Knights Field in Lafayette, Louisiana. It's cooled down quite a bit. The sun has started to go down. And a tough first half performance.
The goal. Tickets are $20, and there will be a Krewe jersey won this week, and then a grand prize of $10,000, a Switch, and many other wonderful prizes won later in June. Tickets will be on sale until the end of halftime. And remember, all the proceeds benefit the Miles Perret Cancer Center.
But we'd like to thank all the viewers on the stream tonight, and please stay tuned. And we're going to have a very entertaining second half coming up here. We'd like to take a quick second to thank our sponsors who support Louisiana Krewe FC. Without their support, none of this would be possible. We'd like to first of all thank El Pollo Loco for their support of the club. Also, Dave and Buster's, Doug Ashey, Investment Partners, Doucette Dentistry, Game Day American Vodka, Hargrave Chiropractic. Also, we would like to thank LeBlanc Motorworks, one of our oldest and first sponsors. Thank you very much for sponsoring the club. And we're going to have a quick break here. We're going to let everybody catch their breath, and please join us for the second half. Like I said, we've got our sponsor providing some great food here for halftime, El Pollo Loco, for all the fans here at LCA Knight Field.
And thank you for providing the quality service and food at all of our home games. They're a great sponsor of the crew. Once again, we'd like to wish Salvador and Derek a happy birthday. You know what? We're going to sing them happy birthday. So let's go, crew fans. Here we go. Coach Daniel Underwood. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Salvador and Derek. Happy birthday to you. You're getting old.
So join us for the second half here. We'll be starting here in a few minutes, and we'll let the kids enjoy the halftime, enjoy their birthday party. We've got some local youngsters enjoying the run out. They're going to play a little bit of pickup soccer here at the half. The kids always look forward to this, and please join us for the second half coming up here in just a few minutes.
All right, folks. So, halftime about to end here. Both teams taking the field. This is Coach Daniel Underwood. So again, first half, wow. I think what we saw was two good teams going up against each other. Again, both set up in a 4-3-3, looking to possess the ball, keep possession of the ball, stretch the field, sideline to sideline. Set pieces are critical here. And from a coaching perspective, I would have to say really evenly matched first half. Now, the Rangers did have two great opportunities on goal. So if I had to be honest, they probably had the better look to score, to take things ahead. However, the Krewe really, I think, did what they wanted to do there as far as possessing, building out the back, and kind of building into their opportunities. And not to say they didn't have some good looks, but you know their looks were looks that they had built into. Krewe did a great job in the midfield, I felt, of really controlling and dominating. And before the match, I said that's an area where I wanted to watch. And that's what we're seeing is that midfield battle taking place. And you have to kind of, wouldn't say 50, but 60-40 Krewe kind of owning the middle of the pitch there. So again, as we get into the second half, it's going to be about who doesn't make that mistake to give up a goal, who can capitalize on a set piece, whether it be a free kick or a corner kick, or for the Rangers, a throw-in. But I think that's what this game is going to come down to, is a goal either way to kind of break things open, or we're just going to see them play things out for a full 90 at even. If you're watching, I'm sure you don't want to see that. We all like to see some goals, but the soccer being played on the field, it's very high IQ, quality soccer where you're seeing players check in and out of space, receive the ball to their back foot, open up, switch the point of attack, combine, link up. So, again, entertaining second half to come, folks.
Yeah, here's Little Rock on the front foot, and that ball's going to go just out of bounds for number 22. That is Daniel Pereira out of Bryant University. Here's Louisiana Krewe on the ball, playing back, going to switch it around to a different point of attack, looking for those openings through those passing lanes. And it looks like we've got pretty much the same starting 11 as we had in the first half. Possibly number 3 I'm looking at. Ethan Blake for Little Rock Rangers, I think, is a new addition this half. He is out of Lindenwood. Ball played back in defense for Krewe. And a turnover. And there's that battle in the midfield. And here's Carrasco for the Krewe down the left flank. And that ball is going to actually deflect off his back to the Little Rock Rangers keeper. He looked to get a quick start going. That didn't quite work out. They're going to play out of the back here. Yep. And here is Fellini on the ball. He finds Kwesi Weston. Kwesi Weston trying to go towards goal. He gets sandwiched by 2 defenders, and one of the defenders comes out a little worse for the wear for that challenge. We'll try to get a number to you to see which player is down, but he looks to be possibly holding, it looks like maybe a knee. And no, that's 22 for Little Rock. That is Pereira out of Bryant University. the Portuguese player. Looks like he's probably going to be okay. He is coming to the sideline. It looks like he'll probably rejoin here in a minute. We're going to have a drop ball. Our center ref is looks like it's going to be a drop ball back to Krewe. The ball played around the back. And a turnover, kind of a telegraphed pass there from 19. That is Chow Tasheta. And here's Rangers running at the Krewe goal. Ball put across. Played out of danger there by trying to get a number here. And Krewe on a quick counterattack here. Kwesi Weston not able to hold on to possession. And that is Ian Rodriguez, number 20, in the back for the Krewe. Here is Guy on the left flank. He's got 3 Little Rock and a lot of play in tight space here on the touch line. And that's going to be a little guarded. Looks like 16. That is Ethan Garvey that looked to restart that ball. Rangers being patient with the ball, playing around the back, changing the point of attack. Have not seen Junior Duran make his appearance yet for the Krewe, the Louisiana product out of LSUE. I expect to see him sometime in this half. And here is the Rangers on the attack. Breidenbach. And this is 47. This is Campisi. That ball cleared by the Krewe. And here we go. We've got a quick counter by the Krewe. This is Guy on the ball, and that ball is going to be played up in the air, a deflection for Little Rock. And here's Little Rock in the midfield on the ball, attacking down this left flank. They're going to switch the point of attack. And a quick snatch shot there by number 3. That was number 3. That's Ethan Blake out of Lindenwood for the Rangers. Krewe plays out of the back. It looks like Rangers are still kind of pressing. Yeah, they're still pressing in the back, playing from left to right through the back. Find a little opening in the midfield. And here's Rangers. Rangers have an opportunity to go to goal. Quick shot, and that's going to be just over the target. And I think that was that number 9, I believe, took that shot, and it was just over the top of the bar there.
Yeah, and so, again, that first 5, things are a little open up. Maybe some halftime adjustments. If Piers Little Rock they've every team has what they call a line of confrontation. So there's a certain area of the pitch where you're going to really see a press start to form and happen. Little Rock has raised their level of confrontation. So before in the first half, I would say it's probably around the middle third. This half, it's as soon as the Krewe plays that initial pass outside the 18. So maybe their second or third pass, all of a sudden you start to see Little Rock press higher up the field, looking to, create a turnover in the attacking third, which, can play into Krewe's hands should they be able to break that press. And here we are, 27 for Krewe going. Little Rock squeezes over, forces a turnover, and we got a throw in for Little Rock. But yeah, interesting to see what the coaches have done at the halftime, the adjustments they've made. It's going to be a point of contingency in this game. Who has a player to come off the bench that can break things open, create an opportunity? I think Junior Duran was mentioned last week. He was a crucial playmaker for the Krewe. Really a player who likes to get at people one-on-one. So, yeah, I would imagine are we going to see Junior tonight? I know speaking with Coach before the match, he did mention they have new faces, new names. We just don't know. But early on, Little Rock and Krewe here still tied 0-0. Again, a chess match being played. There was a mistake made earlier by the Krewe players. Almost resulted in Little Rock getting a goal. Yeah, we'll probably start to see the game settle in, see a more methodical, tactical moving, switching sides, trying to get the wingers isolated for both teams, create an overload situation. Like 47 for Little Rock, he's been active, sliding side to side, vice versa for the Krewe, Carrasco and Fellini still moving, kind of controlling that midfield area for us.
Yep, and that's number 4 winning the aerial battle for the Krewe, and they come at goal. He continues his run, and he's cleaned out. He's cleaned out on the near touchline, and that's going to be a yellow card caution issued to number 22.
Yellow card, number 22, Daniel
Yeah,
Pereira.
that is Daniel Pereira out of Bryant University. The Portuguese is going to receive a yellow card, and I'll tell you, Guy Santos for the Krewe in the second half seems like he's really super motivated to get involved in play. He's kind of all over the field. Anywhere the ball is here on this left flank of the field, you can find Guy Santos on the ball attacking. So that's going to be interesting to watch how he progresses in the second half. And we've got number 5 for the Krewe standing over the ball. This is going to be Carrasco sending it in. Yeah, it looks like it's probably going to be an in-swinger. He's going to be looking for the head of Kwesi Weston probably. Oh, and ball pops out. That's going to be Mateus Fellini on the ball. Fellini on the far right, and we've got Carrasco's wide open here on the left flank for the Krewe. Kwesi Weston standing at the top of the box, just hoping that something gets played across to him. And it's going to be a Little Rock Rangers throw in on the far touchline, deep in their own territory. And this is going to be, this is also going to be Brodenbach. Some real physical play. There's some contact, some tough contact. And it's going to be an infraction on number 20. And he better be careful. Number 20 for Little Rock just kind of threw the ball towards the referee. I think he was a little put out at the call. That's going to be Fazzi out of Florida Tech. He better be thanking his lucky stars that the referee had his back turned. And we've got a restart of play, a set-piece opportunity for the Krewe on this far touchline. And here's the ball in, and it's going to be towards the near post and a little bit too shallow to get any kind of play on the ball. I guess he was trying to catch the Little Rock Rangers keeper, catch him on the near post, but that's always kind of tough to do. Little Rock will play out of the back. Here is Ethan Garvey for Little Rock on the ball, and he's going to be dispossessed with that pass, did not find its target, and Louisiana Krewe is going to take possession now. I would expect to see Junior Duran to enter this game probably sometime in the next 10 minutes or so if he is healthy. I didn't see any kind of injury report on him. He's always been a crucial part of this Krewe attack. As Coach Underwood was talking about, he's never afraid to go one-on-one and take on players. This ball is played across. Ethan Garvey does a good job of shutting that down. And here are the Rangers in attack. That midfield is still looking clogged up, but here they're going to find some joy here on the left flank. He's got many players to beat, but he passes back to his teammate who kind of slices it. He didn't quite get what he wanted on that shot, and that's going to go wide for a Krewe goal kick. I'm trying to get a number on was that who was it that took that shot? I'm trying to see here, but that was Campisi out of Gonzaga. Krewe restart, playing out of their back, being very patient, kind of asking the Rangers, are you going to press us? Are you going to let us play with the ball back here? Nice job beating some players on that press. Here is Guy Santos on the near touchline. That ball is going to be out for a Krewe throw-in. And here is number 4 for the Krewe, Gonzalez. Ball played back to Max Hinkie, the German keeper for the Krewe. And he's going to play that way out of bounds here on the far touchline. It's going to be a Little Rock Rangers throw. Little Rock on the left flank. He's beaten his player. That's going to be cleared out. And possession's going to go back to Little Rock here. They're going to switch the point of attack, it looks like. And a turnover. A turnover and an opportunity for Krewe to attack. And Kwesi Weston and Axel Agershia and Kwesi Weston were not on the same page there.
Yeah, so again, folks, it appears Little Rock has increased their line of confrontation. They're pressing the Krewe a little bit higher. I think you saw there was a tackle there in the midfield. Center back on number 2 for Little Rock. He's a little upset. Like to see a card there. I think he was trying to make a play for the ball there, so referee probably said, hey, next one might cost you. But, yeah, Little Rock pressing a little bit higher as soon as the Krewe plays that ball outside the 18. However, I think I liked what I saw from the Krewe there, just patience and then their dribble penetration, you know. Sometimes you can't pass out of pressure, but you can dribble out of pressure. You saw, I believe that was Rafael Gonzalez for the Krewe, number 4. He's been just a great player to have as far as possession and build up for the Krewe. Who's the other center back? And we have a substitution for Little Rock. Yeah, I believe it is. So either way, Krewe just, you know, you have to remain patient in possession, continue to do the things you want to do them correctly. So they got to break that pressure. Here we go with Little Rock with the throw in. They're going to throw the ball in from the right sideline. You can see them setting up with their tall center back from Louisiana. I have not been impressed yet by the throw in. It's fallen short. Probably that Louisiana humidity making that ball hot and heavy. Oh, we got a counter building here. Here we go down the line into the player. Oh, unfortunate. Was that 27? Guilherme Santos for Krewe. Looking for Paul Muir. Unfortunate. But, yeah, still an entertaining game. I would say very much a chess match. Poking and prodding. We did have number 3 enter the match for For Little Rock, that's Ethan Blake. That was a player we mentioned before the game that Coach Juan had said to keep an eye out for. He's extremely quick, extremely active. I think if we see 3 get on the ball for Little Rock, you're going to see the defense for Krewe collapse around them. And here we go. We got a turnover. Throw in. And we see on the sidelines Junior Duran and is that Ricky? Coach, most of us know him as Coach Ricky, Coach Ricardo Calamon. Getting some instructions from the coaching staff, so we expect them on the pitch shortly. Backside service, diagonal. Ooh, unfortunate. So yeah, we got some subs entering the match. Should start to open things up, make things entertaining for us spectators. For this next about 26 minutes left in the match.
Yeah, Ricardo Kalaman is going to come into the midfield, I believe, for the Krewe, and then we're going to see Junior Duran getting ready to come on in attack. He might come in possibly. I'm not sure if he's coming in for Weston or not. He will definitely come on in up top as an attacking forward. It's going to be, Ricky Kalaman definitely will provide. He's about as technical as any player on this team. He's able to dish the ball, get in those sneaky little passes, break down a defense. So that's going to be interesting to see. And Junior Duran coming in the game late. It looks like Junior's going to come in, or Ricky's coming in for Axel Agurcia.
Number 11, Ricky Callahan for Axel Agurcia.
And Junior Duran is coming in for Paul Muir. So the Louisiana product comes in for Paul Muir. He relieves the Spaniard up top, fresh legs up top. And like I say, Ricky Kalaman is about as technical. Every game I've seen him play, he's got those cheeky little flicks and passes. This ball's played over the top towards 3-4 of the Rangers. Krewe able to gain possession and trying to play Kwesi Weston, and with a beautiful ball, and the keeper comes out and uses his head for the Rangers. Once again, that nightmare scenario as a goalkeeper coming and running at Kwesi Weston. Now Little Rock on the attack, very quick counterattack, and that ball's going to run out of play. They're not able to save it. It's going to be a Louisiana Krewe goal kick, but if I'm in goal, the last thing I want to do is be running at a ball, 50-50 ball with Kwesi Weston. So hats off to the Little Rock keeper. That is Javier Piedra out of Rogers, Arkansas. He's done a good job coming out and closing down those 50-50 chances. It'll just be interesting to see if he's able to contend with both Kwesi and Junior Duran up top, who have played together for a few years now. They kind of know what each other are looking for, the balls to play in, where to play it. And here is Krewe working out of the back. And that ball is going to go out of play for a Little Rock Rangers throw deep in Krewe territory here on the far touchline. Just about 68 minutes in, your score, Louisiana Krewe 0, Little Rock Rangers 0. And we've got a Rangers corner kick here. And Coach, this is where, either a corner kick or even possibly a foul in the box. This is such a closely contested game. That might be the difference.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Interested to see what Little Rock has. Again, they're just going to stack the goalkeeper box, the 6-yard box, serve it in there. Ooh. Pray for chaos. Krewe. Carrasco again. Something interesting as last match we saw Ricardo come in and play more of that 6 role for the Krewe as a defensive mid. Appears right now he's playing a little bit higher. I would say it's probably the 8, looking to play more of a box-to-box type midfielder. So apparently there's some communication there that, hey, number 5 Carrasco is doing his job there. Let's let him continue to punch that ticket and allow Ricky maybe with the fresher legs to play more of an advanced role. See, like you mentioned, utilize his technical ability to link up the defense and the attack. We haven't seen Junior get on the ball yet since he's entered, but here's number 3 for Little Rock. Oh, slots a little pass in. And that's just going to roll into the keeper's hands as that Max Hinkie just picks it up. Something I would keep an eye out for is every time Little Rock has had a corner, they've allowed their center backs to all come forward. So just keep an eye out. We might see a quick restart on a corner to change things up, maybe catch Krewe sleeping. Vice versa, Krewe. Second half, we got about 20 minutes left. We made some substitutions, but I got to give credit to Little Rock. They seem to be the aggressor here in the second half, really pushing things. The ball's been on the Krew's half of the field, the majority so far. However, you mentioned it's going to be a mistake, a handball, a deflection in the box, a set piece moment to break things forward. But yeah, if you're a Little Rock fan, you're happy with what you're seeing from your team here. And if you're a Krewe fan, stay patient because they have not broken character. We've continued to build, and I think we're going to, see a moment or two of brilliance, hopefully, from one of these key players up top or in the midfield, a breakdown and a counter to open this game up for our.
So a quick match update from Shreveport. It looks like Mississippi Brio, and Junior Duran almost got on that ball. But quick update, it looks like Mississippi Bria, who is facing Blue Goose up in Shreveport, looks like it's 0-0 late in the game. So that's a bit of a surprise to me. Mississippi Bria is always a tough side and always challenging for this conference. And here's Krewe attacking, and a nice shot. Wonderful shot by number 4 for the Krewe. That's going to be Rafael Gonzalez, the Portuguese player. He played in the 3rd division there in Portugal, and I think he's being looked at by a number of MLS Next Pro sides recently. But he took a lash at the ball at the Rangers' goal, just wide to the frame of the goal. But yeah, surprising that Bria and Blue Goose, from what I'm seeing online, is still 0-0 late in the game. So that could be a important result towards the as we move towards later play in this season and seeing which teams are going to actually challenge for this conference. So looks like a substitution.
Number 44, Kyleman McConnell.
So number 44, Calmahan McConnell, Kevo McConnell, and Kevo is out of Northern Ireland, currently playing at William Carey. He's on the field now for the Rangers. And here's Junior Duran getting on the ball on the right flank. He's got a defender on him. Nice little flick to Ricky, and here's Ricky Kalaman. Ricky Kalaman going towards goal. Got a bit of a shot off. Krewe back at it. Ricky Kalaman from the far right side tries to play the ball across the Rangers' goal. It's going to go back behind the goal for a Rangers goal kick, but we're kind of seeing how Junior Duran and Ricky Kalaman, match up.
Yeah, they've come in. Last game we talked a lot about Junior. He's a great attacking talent. But there, I love how he's combining with the teammate. So you can tell his game is maturing. And he's starting to get to know his teammates. And then Ricky coming on, those two players making an impact. That's what you want to see from our substitutes. Stepping on the field, the level of play doesn't drop. In fact, they're able to capitalize, But now here we go, folks. We got a counter by the Krewe. Step over. Shot. Easy save for the keeper. Well done. We mentioned Rafael Gonzalez earlier. I've got him circled right now, man. He has to be my man of the match so far. He's just been solid all match long. You mentioned he's being scouted by the MLS and MLS2 teams, which would be one step below the highest professional level here in the States. But it's such a subtle things that he does so well. He reads the game extremely well. He seems to never be out of position, and then makes the right decisions in those crucial, critical moments under duress, under pressure. So again, watching, from here in the stands, might not recognize just how calm and composed and how technical he is on the ball. But those next level scouts, it's the IQ. He has a great soccer IQ. To see the game and read the game well. From this left back position, appears at moments in the game. He kind of pinches into the middle. Caruso on the ball. Again, Little Rock with a bit of a higher press. Looking to put Krewe under pressure, remain patient. Switch out, find the open player. Dribble, takes space. There's Junior. He turns. Oh, yeah, I think I would have liked to see him take him on there. The field, we mentioned, we've had a lot of rain, and these are things as players you got to be aware of. Temperature drops. We're starting to see a little bit of humidity on the field. Here's 3 for Little Rock. 1v1 with 20. Shoulder-to-shoulder contact, and we're going to get a corner, folks.
Yeah, and a quick change made for the Krewe in the last couple of minutes. Guy Santos coming out, Albert Montragol, the Spaniard, replacing Guy Santos. So Albert Montragol comes on. He is a defender out of Spain, played in the Spanish 3rd Division. And we're looking at a Little Rock Rangers corner here on the near side of the field. Yeah, it looks like they've got something off of the training ground they're trying to set up here for this corner.
Yeah, so they got a different set piece. They're lining up at the penalty mark. Service in. Oh, I think he overhit it. So there you go. I mentioned earlier maybe they would try a quick restart. Instead, they just run another set piece, like you mentioned, from the training ground, something they probably worked on. Again, I imagine both teams are not showing their full deck here tonight. It's still early in the season. I know the coaching staffs are still getting acclimated to the players. We mentioned, was it Giannis Leyland for the Krewe made his debut tonight. He literally probably just rolled in from exams last week or this week. I would imagine the same for the Little Rock players, where they're still getting to know one another. So you might not see too many different looks on set pieces or corner kicks, but as the season progresses, you will. And here we go, folks. Krewe with a counter service. That's my boy Rafael Gonzalez again with a great diagonal ball, looking to find Junior. Again, fans and spectators, we're holding our breath. The players on the field are saying, "Hey, we got this." Little possession back to the keeper under duress, and here we are, Little Rock breaking, finding the open player, switching the point of attack. We see 9 and 3 on the backside, asking for a diagonal. Little Rock says no, we'll just settle things down. Ricky makes a tackle, ball still being played through the midfield, another switch. Good. Krewe regains possession, back to the keeper. Wonderful. Under pressure. Opens his hips. I love that from the goalkeeper. So we're getting reports. And there was that moment in the game where we talked about it might be a mistake that would allow the opposition to score. we're all grateful that it didn't happen, but we're still under pressure. Great save. Great save.
Yeah, Max Hinkie, the Krewe keeper with a great save. It just seems like within the last 10 minutes, the tempo is ratcheted up. The passing, the movement. I think the players are definitely benefiting from the drop in temperature. The first half was still quite warm. It looks like that they're here. And here's like I say, a corner opportunity for the Rangers. That's an in-swinging ball towards the near post. That's going to be headed out. And here we go, a chance for a counter with the Krewe. And it's through to Kwesi Weston. It's through to Kwesi Weston on the far flank, but it's allowed. Oh, he's going to take a shot. So he actually took a shot from probably, I don't know, 35 yards out or something. But that was the great opportunity to counter from the Krewe. The Rangers did a good job of getting back quick and kind of shutting that opportunity down. But Kwesi Weston never afraid to pull the trigger. And once again, here's the keeper coming way out of goal to try to play this ball up to his forwards for the Rangers, and that's going to go all the way back to Max Hinkie. And we're going to start play out of the back here for Krewe. I think we've got about 10 minutes and change left in this match, and I would really be surprised if we don't see a goal here, Coach. I don't know how it's going to happen. You know, like you say, I mean, it could be from a corner. It could be a foul in the box. The Krewe defense seems well organized. And there's going to be an offsides call. The Rangers are caught offsides. But, yeah, both teams, I mean, just especially in defense, they're very well organized. You know, you don't catch them out of position much. And those times when they have been caught out of position, none of them have resulted in a goal, thanks to, you know, some great saves from both of these keepers. And this ball is going to be played back to the Rangers keeper, who's going to start play. Here is Ethan Garvey on the ball. The two twin towers in the defense for the Rangers. I'm kind of surprised that, yep, and here's a ball over the top, searching ball to to number 3 for, that is Ethan Blake out of Lindenwood. So we're looking at yet another opportunity for Little Rock Rangers off this corner. And Kwesi Weston jogging back to get into defense. It's going to be all hands on deck to defend this late in the match. We're right about the 83-minute mark. Oh, it is a throw. I'm sorry. We have not a corner, but a throw, and to the near post. And that ball is going to be played in central. And here is Junior Duran on the ball with a chance to get on his bike and try to find a counter here. That is Fellini on the ball, and that ball is going to be played out. It looks like it's going to be a Krewe throw-in. We've got a player down, so it looks like it's probably a cramp, and that is going to be Breidenbach out of Memphis. He's played a good match here tonight, Coach. I've been really impressed. He's out of University of Memphis, and he's always wanting to get on the ball, always asking for the ball.
Yeah, you said, I mean, so far, two evenly matched teams, just poking and prodding at one another. We had an opportunity there off a throw-in. Good to see our player coming off the field. I think he'll be able to re-enter the match unless, no, they're going to sub him. They have a player coming up. Looks like number 17, Rowan Laufer from Lawrence, Kansas, is going to come in for a guy who just started cramping out of Memphis, Breidenbacher. Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on that, again, critical moments of the game, seeing substitutions from both teams. It's going to be an entertaining finish is what I'm anticipating. It's going to be very hard to get a goal. If the goal is scored, it's going to come off of a counter, a transition, or a set piece. As certain players' legs get tired or ball gets a little wet, maybe a slip or a deflection. But again, these two teams have really played a chess match tonight. Great penetrating pass. Nice turn, and that is a foul, folks. And he is going to see the yellow card. That is number 20, Iago Rodriguez for the Krewe from Longwood. He had a tackle earlier. I think the referee warned him about. So you're allowed to get one yellow a game. Let's not see two. That's what I always tell players. You can have that aggressive tackle. But once you see the color, got to kind of be mindful not to see it again. So here we go, a set piece opportunity for Little Rock. It's going to be a curling ball. I imagine he's going to try and put it right on the penalty marker with all these towers in there. He underhit it. Clearance for the Krewe comes back to Little Rock. He's going to look to reset, just serve it back on a diagonal. A flick, and he's offsides. So good job by the Krewe, even though there was a little bit of chaos there off the free kick to maintain their shape, stay organized, good communication. But again, we're about 5 minutes left in the match.
Yeah, the Louisiana Krewe defense has done a good job tonight, stepping up with that line, and Little Rock's been caught offside several times on some promising opportunities. Just a few minutes left in this match before we get an idea of how much extra time is going to be added. Quick restart, but Jalen Gray, the center ref, is going to have them bring it back. I think the ball was still rolling and played back. And once again, the ball has to be still before you play it on a restart. And our center ref is explaining that to the players on the pitch. This is going to be a Louisiana Krewe throw-in. Kwesi Weston and Ethan Garvey. And here is 3-4 Little Rock. This is Blake. I believe this is Ethan Blake on the ball. Sends it to the far post. Krewe defender is able to get his head on it. Ball played across the goal mouth, and nobody's there. Nobody's home. So it's going to be a Louisiana Krewe goal kick. Max Hinkie collects the ball. Tonight's attendance officially 442 attending this match tonight. It's a beautiful, beautiful night to get out and watch some USL 2 soccer. And this ball is played by Ricky Kalaman. He's looking for Giannis, number 3. Kwesi Weston working hard up top still. The Krewe has been unable to get any decent service into Junior Duran so far, but here it goes, and he's on Duran's side with the ball. Junior up, and that ball is going to be, he's going to try to chip the keeper. He saw the keeper was off his line, and he tried to chip the keeper from way out. And that was Albert Montregal with that chip. Little Rock Rangers with possession in the middle of pitch, playing over to the left flank. Played back to him. He receives the ball back. And the Krewe defenders were asking for an offsides call, but play on. So now we're looking at a Little Rock Rangers restart from a throw-in on the far sideline. Krewe able to dispossess the Rangers, passing the ball around their own 6-yard box. Up, and a quick turn and shot by Little Rock. That's going to be off the mark. Try to get a number on that shot here. So it's going to be a LA Krewe goal kick. I believe that's number 9 that took that shot. That is Nacho Diaz with that quick turn and shot for the Rangers. Restart. Going to play out of the back here once again. Let's see if the Krewe can find any open passing lanes. That ball sent to Junior Duran, unable to get a hold of it. And the play is really picking up. I think these players know they've only got a few minutes to try to notch a game winner here, and it looks like that's going to be a goal kick. Rangers are upset because I think it should be a corner kick. I believe that was number 3, Ethan Blake. Or actually, number 22 was Daniel Pereira. He was really pushing up the field from his right back position in that attack. That's a big overlapping run that he had there. And here is Krewe in possession, looking to string some passes together. Yeah, I think other than that one injury, we don't have that many minutes of stoppage time we're expecting. Junior Duran, he's got that big Little Rock defender on his back anytime the ball comes near him. Yeah, here is 22 again. Here is Ethan Garvey looking to play that ball over the top. It's well handled by the Krewe defense, and now a chance for Krewe to get forward. And it's tough play in there with those two tall backs.
Yeah, we got to be closing in on the final, I'd say, minute. Oh, he kept it in. Oh, still in. And I love it. Come on, Raphael. Again, at this particular point in the match, let's give a round of applause for Rafael Gonzalez. Right there, just has been so consistent, so dangerous, all match long, fighting through the contact. And here we are again. Yes, please make some noise. Critical moment of the match here. We could see the whistle any second at this particular point, but Rafael Gonzalez is going to be on the ball. Service, looking for Quessy, back post, flick into the middle. We're going to see a clearance. Oh, put it back in the mix with 9, Junior. Ball goes out of bounds, and so Rafael again with the throw-in. He's going to look to go. He's going to hand the ball off to 3. Let's see. Giannis Lalin. Down the sideline to 11. That's Ricky. Service to the 6. Oh, just deflected outside. And here we are with Little Rock on the counter. We got Little Rock looking to get numbers forward. We got a 23 on the back post. Diagonal ball to him. One touch and beautiful build-up. Beautiful build-up by Little Rock. You kind of saw that developing from our vantage point here in the press box. And again, Little Rock. With a great build-up opportunity there. referees all looking at their watches, just looking at the fourth official here. But again, game's not over any second now, really. Good job getting a frantic end of the game here. Both teams don't want to leave the scoreboard with zeros on it. And that's misplayed by the center back. However, good support and recovery. Here we are, Raphael on the ball. That beautiful pass into the channel for Kwesi. Shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Kwesi, can we get a handball, referee? I think he said the player's hands were in a position, didn't affect things. And we're going to see a card, folks. That's what we call a professional foul.
So yeah, that was interesting. So Ethan Garvey, who's probably 6'6", 6'7", went up shoulder to shoulder with Kwesi Weston, and Kwesi then was able to push him off the ball and tried to serve the ball, and it looked like it hit Ethan Garvey in the hands, in both hands, and he was standing right on the edge of his own penalty box, but no call. So here is Little Rock Rangers very late in the game with a set-piece opportunity to serve it in. This is going to be last chance saloon here. 0-0 is the score. And it's short. He played a little bit short, but they're still on the ball. That ball knocked down by, so yeah, that's going to be it. And it's one of those where they stop, where the referee, the Jalen Gray, has called the game as Ricky was on the ball heading towards the Little Rock Rangers goal. So I don't know. I don't know. That was a great game, very entertaining. Even though it's 0-0, all the players kind of collapsing. They've given them all. They're all collapsed on the field. And very entertaining game, even though we had no goals. I was very impressed with both sides. Some very good, entertaining soccer. So I guess this just adds to the next meeting, Coach. I think that this kind of sets the stage. And with the result, which I don't know if it's official, but I'm thinking what I saw online was Mississippi Bria and Blue Goose in Shreveport also at 0-0 for a final. So that's a great result for Blue Goose. And that could be costly for Bria, because Mississippi Bria is always challenging for the conference title here, and they may have thought that they were going to get those 3 points in Shreveport, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So great game. It looks like the top of the table is going to stay locked with Louisiana Krewe and Little Rock Rangers both sitting at the top of the table of the Mid-South division here in USL 2. And we'll join you. We'll look forward to you all joining us next time. And like I say, I think this game really sets the table for later in the season when these two clubs meet up.
Yeah, before the match we had spoke about this is the first of 3 meetings. It's still early in the season, so really a chess match tonight. I know I've said that all night long, but some teams play checkers, some teams play chess. Tonight you saw both teams kind of maneuvering around one another, trying to get the pieces on the board to move to attack, and neither team was successful getting a ball to hit the back of the net this evening. However, I think both coaches are probably pleased with their team's efforts, pleased with the result at the end of the day, because you just mentioned the table there. Neither team really gave up anything as far as standings go. So for me, last match, we didn't get to see our midfield play as much as they did this evening, and I gotta be honest, I was really impressed with the Krewe midfield, how they just handled business there. Number 5, Carrasco, my goodness, he was all over the pitch in a 4-3-3 formation. those three midfielders really have to move laterally, sideline to sideline, and he was inside the numbers, disrupting play, outside. I mean, when I talk about the yard markers on the field here, just being a disruption, clogging up passing lanes, and then was it his other midfield trio of Fellini, and earlier it was it Iago Rodriguez. Those three to start the match, I felt like did a great job of just clogging up passing lanes, winning tackles, and really making it difficult for Little Rock. Little Rock, if you're listening, let's be honest, they had some really dangerous looks, especially there in the final 5 minutes of the game with that build-up where the ball switched the point of attack, one time across to the 6, and then a shot on frame. So Little Rock definitely putting Krewe under duress there, forcing our keeper, Max Hinkie. There was 2 or 3 saves I felt like he came up clutch. However, still, with all that being said, Rafael Gonzalez has to be my man of the match for Krewe. He was just so good at all the nuances of the game and really keeping his composure. And from that left back position, seeing him be able to initiate the attack and really link the defense, bypassing the midfield at times to the attackers. From what I'm seeing, there's a reason he's being scouted to go to the next level. It's because, like I said, he's just so good at all facets of the game, so smooth. Like to see a full 90 out of Junior against this Little Rock squad. I don't know if that was just coach rotating his squad, trying to keep fresh legs. When Junior was in the match, definitely had moments where I felt like he threatened things. Ricky, is a captain of the squad. He's typically a starter. He came on as a substitution role. So, again, for Krewe, great depth. You have to say, to be able to substitute those 2 players late in the match, imagine if they had started the match. So there's some depth there. We talked about Giannis Lelin making his debut tonight. I felt like he is a special talent. He just literally probably rolled in from exams, showed up for maybe 1 or 2 trainings, and stepped on the pitch as a starter, and he was a difference maker. You got to imagine he's only going to get more and more looks, more and more touches, more and more comfortable in his role with this squad. And so, we talked about these 2 teams being some of the best teams in this USL 2 division and league, and it showed tonight. It was a matchup. It was a fun game to watch. The ball stayed on the ground. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to the next 2 matches between these 2 teams.
Yeah, and speaking of the next match, that will be on May 25th at 7 p.m. here at LCA Knight Stadium. So the 25th, the Krewe will welcome in Hattiesburg FC, and so that will be at 7 p.m. So please join us then. Join us in person if you're here around Acadiana. It was a great atmosphere tonight. The fans that came out tonight got treated to a really, really great competitive match, and I think this is just setting the stage for later in the season. Both these clubs respect each other, and they both put on a good performance tonight. Even though there were no goals, there were those opportunities and a lot of really good creative play. So until we see you next time, this is Wade Wallace and Coach Daniel Underwood signing off, and we will see you on the 25th of May at 7 p.m. here at LCA Knight Stadium when your Louisiana Krewe hosts Hattiesburg FC. Thank you and good night.